Okay, let's see how this goes. Right. Okay, fabulous. So, haven't done one of these in a while, and I just realized everything's changed in my office as well. So, great. 2020. So, welcome everyone, and I am quite freaked out by the fact that we've actually literally like stepped into a brand new decade, and there's just so much stuff happening at the minute. And I feel like because we don't have such a long holiday here in the UK, we just have like a 2-week break. The energy is a lot different to what I was used to in South Africa, where you basically had like 4 weeks off and you could sort of reassess and everything. So at the minute, I'm a little bit like in that space still where I'm feeling I should be on holiday or should have been on holiday longer, and you just didn't sort of recalibrate properly 100%. But that's all good. So I'm sure the rest of you, everyone in South Africa, had a fantastic break over Christmas, and that everything was really fabulous for you, and that you really got into the space of setting yourself up for 2020. So for me, it was quite interesting because we obviously went on our little trip and we went skiing and everything there. And again, as per usual, standard behavior, loads of lessons learned in terms of just life. And I'm always so blown away by how skiing just basically kicks you in the face every time, because it's all about like learning to fail and getting up and doing it all again. And it's just such a metaphor for life. And then also about how you're needing balance and all those good stuff. So it was quite an interesting trip for me, and I really, really enjoyed it. And then coming back, and we celebrated my son's birthday, which was absolutely fantastic. He had such a good day here, and it was really all very good. And now back to work. So yeah, today is like officially my first day back at work, and there's just so much stuff happening. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was just about the new course that's coming up next week. And then I want to have a bit of a chat about like expansion and like just connecting with that part of us again, so that we can step into the right energy. So the whole thing, the Sacred Circle, we're starting next week. The course is really, for me, the theme this year is about your ability to be seen. Okay, so as a light worker and as someone who's connecting with your soul and really working from that deep space, it is really a call to action. It's a call to basically step into that space of allowing yourself to be seen without fear, allowing yourself to be seen with warts and all and exactly who you are. So no issues about, not being good enough, the fact that I'm different to other people, the fact that I'm not like you, etc., etc. It's literally about like shifting your perception about like what it is that you're giving to the world. And for me with the course, my whole aim is to get you to unravel the shit that you've created around yourself, to not make yourself be seen. Okay, to not step up, to not be in that space of going, this is me, this is who I am, I'm owning this, and I'm putting it out to the world. So I'm like super excited about just getting in there and pulling out, unraveling, and just really going deeper and deeper and deeper within you to go and see the magic that is there. Because I think it's like we've lost touch with the magic that we are. We're touching little bits of it, but we're not fully immersing ourselves in the magic that is within. This morning when I was doing a meditation, just like part of my daily practice, I'd found this beautiful music, and I was literally in this space of just, like I call it the void. So it's this massive, immense black space that is completely clear, and it just holds potential. So it literally is like, if I can explain, it's like little stars that's under the surface that's waiting to come alive. It's waiting to actually be seen. It's waiting to start shining. So it's like a dam of potential. But if you can imagine what space looks like, and it's just like you're just waiting for the stuff to be seen, you're waiting for it to be rising. So that's what the course feels like to me. And all of the elements that I'm so excited about, like working with archetypes, working with all of the star seeds and all that energy, working with the directions, etc., pulling all of that together so that we can get into that space of going deeper within. So if you are keen to dive into the universe, literally, then please message me and get a hold of me. Registration closes next week, so in 1 week's time. So I would absolutely love for you to join and be part of this immense, crazy ride that I'm creating and going to take you on. So I'm very excited about that. Now, for me, the energy that I wanted to talk about today was the energy of expansion. So what I've been doing a lot of over December is what I call finding the target energy for my year. So I know if you guys have been following in the tribe, you would have seen that we spoke about like what's your word for the year. So what is it that I'm wanting to make my sort of my theme, but my theme has also got an energy surrounding it. Okay, so my theme for the year that came up for me is the word flow. And so my whole mission this year in terms of my own self-development and like where I'm wanting to go is that I need to create flow. Okay, so really getting into that space of being in flow, of allowing, being flexible, getting out of my own rigid way, because these are all my old traits. These are all the things that's really been stifling me and that's been holding me back, is that rigidity that I tend to do things in little boxes and stuff like that. So what my guidance has really been is about like allowing things to flow. But then the underlying energy of that is through the flow and through allowing flow, I'm creating expansion. So for me, the word expansive, because contracting is about control and holding together. Flow is about like opening up and allowing out and thus expanding. So my underlying energy that I'm supporting everything that I'm doing this year is expansion. So what I want to do today with you guys is I want you to get into the space of understanding. We're going to do a meditation for this. Like, what is your underlying energy that you want to be working with this year? So, you know, is it freedom? Is it expansion? Is it love? Is it balance? Is it what else is coming up for me now? So we've got balance. We've got polarity. Do you need to work with your divine feminine? Do you actually need to connect with your divine masculine? Where are you going? Like, what is that underlying energy? What's that word for you? So every time I do something now, every time I get a new idea, or I'm connecting with working with a client or whatever, I get into that space of expansion. So I'm literally like seeing myself like stretching out my energy and expanding it. Okay, so I want you today to just really connect with like what is the underlying energy that you are supporting yourself with this year, and what are you going to be using. So every time you're doing something, if you're in that energy, it means you're in alignment. Okay, so for me it was really about like seeing like what feels the best for me, and every time I make a decision or every time I do something, I basically use the energy of expansion to move forward. So even if you think about like for me, it's like, what do I want to manifest this year? Where's my abundance going to be, etc. Everything that I'm thinking, everything I'm creating, everywhere I'm going is underpinned by the energy of expansion. Okay, and all of that for me then goes into flow, allowing. Okay, so it's really about stopping myself being in the space of contraction, of like keeping small, but it's about like opening up even more. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to ask you guys to now just take a few seconds and just connect with yourself. So we're going to drop into our heart space, and then I'm going to guide you so that you can see what your energy is for this year, what your signature is, and what you're going to be working with. Okay, so cool. So just take a few seconds wherever you are. This doesn't have to be, even if you're at work, just like take a few seconds to close your eyes and really just breathe into your heart. So as you're busy breathing now, just visualize yourself sending the breath all the way down into your body, straight into your heart space, and then breathing it back out again. So I want you to connect with your breath. And as you're counting it in, so count it in 1, 2, 3, 4. So you go all the way into your lungs, into that heart space. And then I want you to breathe out to the count of 8. Okay, so we're going to 4 in, hold for 4, and out for 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do that one more time. In 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. In 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now visually, just connect with the space in the middle of your chest. Whatever that might look like for you. Mine is usually a beautiful dark space. I imagine myself being right in the middle of space, in the center of everything, just really connecting with that energy right now. And we're just going to call in our beautiful guides, masters, teachers, and angels today. Kiara soloro sokuyate, amili tikiaba, sereyala ramashoko, sentohiaba. And just allow yourself to just feel that calm wash all over you. We're connecting now with our higher self as well. So visualizing that beautiful energy, that light coming into your crown, all the way from the divine. Beautiful source energy opening you up. Visualize yourself now connecting with your higher self. Pulling that energy in. Just feel yourself becoming really light. That space that you're in, absolute calm. And now we're going to ask your guides to give you your word for 2020, your underlying energy that you're working with today. And just see what that is. Whatever that may be for you. If you're connecting with the energy of love this year, if you're connecting with the energy of peace, the energy of clarity, the energy of expansion, the energy of flow, the energy of balance. Just allow yourself to let the first word pop in and own that. And whatever that energy feels like for you, I want you to visually see that energy. Give it a color, give it a feeling. So when you're really in your heart with that feeling, with that energy, there's a physical response in your body. If I can explain for me, if I have expansion, when I connect with that feeling, it's like everything just opens up. It is such a wide, beautiful feeling that I'm feeling. So see what it feels like for you. If you're connecting with the energy of love, what's the color? How does it feel within you? That energy of peace, energy of balance. What does it feel like? And I want you to tap into the actual physical experience of being in that energy. And just feel what that feels like for you. Miakore savaleti andike arasoto chokore masia la ravisi ki ashetro ya la ramashokoto yavate kayata. Allowing that energy now to become part of your whole being. And we are connecting with the brain and imprinting that there. So every time I connect with that feeling, that signature of the energy, I can experience this again, and I drop into this. Every time I make a decision, every time I make a choice, I drop into this energy, underpinning my choices for this year with this energy. In complete alignment with my soul, what I require right now, and where I am heading. Completely in trust with what I'm given today. Completely in trust with source energy and my higher self. Kiasa le shikia ramasiate avekuiate. And to spend a few more seconds in that beautiful energy that you have created for yourself. And just trust what you're feeling. If it doesn't make sense to you, that's also fine. But just know that whatever you were given today is really necessary for you. And it's part of your soul connecting with your humanness. Ore sakia laramasho. I want you now to thank your guides, teachers, masters, angels, higher self, beautiful source. And just pull your energy back into your body. Visualize yourself completely connected with Mother Earth, your feet on the ground. Pushing your energy back down into Mother Earth right now. Breathing in. Beautiful grounding energy that she holds for us. And breathe out. Okay. Ooh, that was nice. Okay. So, that for me is really important, is that we understand at a soul level and at a body level, like what is it that our soul wants to feel? Because by pulling that energy in, every time I make a choice, I can go and see, is my choice in alignment with the energy that I've just created? Okay, so for me, it's like, if I'm going to make a choice this year, if I'm going to choose to do something, if I'm going to choose to create something, I'm going to tap into my soul. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to tap into that energy. I'm going to tap into that signature, and I'm going to see, does this signature and the choice that I'm about to make, do they resonate? Okay, and you'll be able to feel, if my choice is not in alignment with expansion for me personally, then I can see it, I can feel it. So the minute I tap into my choice, I put that energy underneath it and I go, do these two work together? Okay, so for me, every time I'm going to say I make a choice to not be seen, say I make a choice to rather do stuff that is for the good of other people or not in alignment with what I'm supposed to be doing, etc., I will immediately feel the jarring of that energy with my choice. Okay, so use this little exercise of like stepping back into it. So every time you close your eyes, just connect again with this feeling that you felt now and see, does it go together? Because if these two things don't go together, I'm misaligning with that energy signature that I'm carrying for the year. Okay, and that's really important, because then, you know, going forward, what you're creating, how you're living, what you're doing, what you're experiencing, it needs to be in alignment. Okay, and for me, what I'm finding a lot is that when I am like misaligned, when I'm in that space where the shadows are showing up, the stuff that I'm needing to look at, the things that makes me uncomfortable, please keep a big vigilant eye out for mirrors. Okay, so when I say mirrors, it's like, who's triggering you? What's triggering you? Who's pissing you off? Who's like irritating you? Who's really getting on your nerves? Who's really like making you go, ah, okay. And then I want you to go and see, like, what are they showing me, and how is that connected to the underlying energy as well? What choices am I making, etc. Because for me, it's all about really now learning to tap into what's in alignment. Okay, it's really about like understanding, like I can feel when shit's not right. I can feel when stuff is out of alignment. I can feel when I'm not in that right space. And when people are bringing up things. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. Graciousness is mine, as purple as my hair. I love that. Okay, graciousness. Check, that is such a beautiful one. What does graciousness represent for you? Where in your life, when you are connecting with other people, is graciousness not coming up? Personal relationships, choices that you're making for your business, for yourself, that type of stuff, family, etc. Where is graciousness coming in? Okay, so that's so cool. So I'm loving that. So really just get into that space of connecting with what your energy is this year. And then just honoring that. It's like really about like knowing that this is what you need. You need to tap into your body. You need to tap into what the energy is, and you need to see, does it work together? Does it not work together? Okay. So yeah, so that's basically how I'm starting my year. Do let me know what you guys are doing in terms of also like what words came up for you. I would love to see what that is. Like, how are you going to work in aligning everything this year for yourself? Because that's the crux of this. That's why we're doing all this work. It's like basically to create alignment in our lives and just to really be in that beautiful space. Okay, let me see, is there anything else that I wanted to share with you guys? So, yeah, there's some new stuff that's happening, but only in a few more weeks. So, my big focus now for the next week is really about on the course. And if there's any of you that's interested in joining me for the Sacred Circle course, please, please, please do let me know. You have 1 week left. So get in there, message me, let's have a chat, let's talk about how this can benefit you and how this is really going to help you to step into the light. Okay, and yeah, I've got a few more spots left for the 2020 vision course. So if you're wanting to have a call about like what is ahead for you this year and what is the energies that's basically supporting you this year and how you can expand and move forward, book a call with me as well. So yeah, just message me if there's anything that you want to chat about, and then I will be towards the end of the month talking a little bit more about some new services that I'm launching as well, but I will leave that for then and not spoil the surprise. Okay, fantastic. So have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's very good to be in. Okay, wait, before I go, I'm nosy now. So multiply. Oh, Stefani, multiply. That's an interesting one. Multiply. So it's basically, it's a form of expansion. So everything is just, for me, I'm like seeing this, it's like doing this, it's like getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Ooh, that's interesting. Bev, you've got peace and prosperity. Oh, I love that. Okay. And also for me, prosperity, like be very clear on what that means to you. Okay. So prosperity, like, in what areas of your life do you want prosperity? And also for me, that's also like about going in, am I being prosperous within myself and like making things within myself prosper? Okay, how I feel about myself, my feelings about myself, my feelings about, for me, it feels like a bit of an internal thing as well, Bev, that you're needing to look at. So maybe just see what comes up for you when it's prosperity within self, okay? Because obviously everything else you touch then will reflect how you're feeling about that within yourself. So yeah, that's quite important as well. Okay, so anyway, fabulous. I will be back next week with another live video and some more teachings, and yeah, just to let you guys know what else is happening. So again, this year, every week I will be doing a live. I'm going to do a nice challenge in Feb with you guys, but again, I'll leave that until then. So there's just so much stuff happening, and my brain's obviously going haywire again. So I'm needing to also balance myself out. So my wish for expansion is obviously coming true in terms of like all of this stuff happening. But yeah, okay, fabulous. Yeah, Babe, definitely internal. Loving that, Babe. Okay, guys, have a fantastic day, and we will connect again next week. And I'm wishing you all the best for 2020. May this be the shining year. Okay, fabulous. Thank you. Have a good day.